I hope they've been instructed that that's okay. We're gonna have to check the structural integrity.
Is it okay? Like,
I'd say so.
Break it? I don't know. Not sure what that is going to end up looking like. As heading out across the map, you can see that already Spirit set up on that top side of the river, smoking in, hoping to find somebody. Doesn't look like they're going to find any purchase there. But we did get that little crazy picks coming out at the end. It was the Viper into the Lina. The panel talked about it a little bit, but this is a little bit of a strange matchup. Is it just about the break? What are you seeing with this Viper pick?
100% the break for the Viper. No doubt about that, right? It's not just the Bristle either, right? Get a little extra value added in there for a couple of the heroes. A little Lina in there, a little bit of Spectre in there, right? Passives are pretty important. So that can be very helpful. But, you know, Seattle, TI, it's been a while. Been since TI7. Back in those days, Lina Viper. That was pretty common, right?
That was a classic.
Viper used to be kind of this hero for a lot of these Seattle TIs. So seeing this matchup here once again, very interesting.
Oh, they're getting close to each other. The crowd is hungry for blood as they want to see who's going to give it up first. But Yatoro going to back away, not get taken down. By the way, I want to shout out to whoever cheered in the crowd for that Observer Ward D Ward. Well done. Yeah, that's the spirit that we're looking for today. As Mira will be pushed back a little bit by Kiritich there.
Единственный, кто может меня
Well, as you can see, the players are just getting comfortable here by spamming all their voice lines.
Absolutely.
Единственный, кто может
They're using them from all over, too. It's a Polaris voice line. Pretty nice.
They've invested heavily.
Oh, yeah.
Counts here, so it's all good. No surprises in terms of where anyone's going here. And, you know, I gotta say, during the draft, I was looking forward to a couple heroes, but they all got banned.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we didn't get to see the Enchanters from Aposhka with his 4 straight wins. Obviously, some quick respect there from Virtus Pro. Not gonna let him have it, and I put some on the AA, as the panel called. Super solid, right? Especially when you pair it with this classic Yatoro Faceless Void.
I mean, that really does feel like it's going to be the thing to watch for. In the later game engagements, obviously you've got the setups with Collapse Spirit Breaker trying to start the fights, but it's going to be up to Yatoro to try and end them with that Chrono, and that sets up for all the rest of Team Spirit's abilities. So something to watch for there. But yeah, Team Spirit coming in undefeated throughout this entire event so far. Been looking really good. And now a little bit of pressure there on the Sage. Not going to be able to do that much to this Pugna, who's so quick and annoying to play as. Little skeleton man. Yeah,
he's super frustrating. I mean, even if AA has a decent pairing, sometimes the movement speed of a Pugna can actually still get out of any sort of attempts of like a cold feed or something. So early on, it's just lots of poking and prodding back and forth. And then, I mean, down here in the bottom lane, you have Mira on one of the less reliable heroes, I would say, these days in the Hoodwink. You know, she struggles a bit, tends to have some pretty low run rates, but the players that really like Hoodwink, they're big fans. I mean, you can see Platinum tier there from Mira doing a little bit of spamming on the hero. Yeah. And again, another hero that's going to try and make use of the break in this game from that sharpshooter.
Well, and something that you always love to talk about, too, is the ability to run through those little twin gates there. I feel like Hoodwink is one of those that would love to be able to get active around that, like, 5-6 minute mark somewhere in that neighborhood, try and make some rotation and find a kill.
It certainly never hurts, as Screen Protector has shown us.
Oh, yeah. It's a bash as he heads out of there. Slow, steady going, and at least at the early stages here, it does appear that things relatively even amongst the two safe lane heroes. At least at the moment, though, Viper is having a better time of it mid against the Lina. 5 denies already. Although Laurel brought down very low. I might have spoken too soon there.
Careful here. 2 points in the Dragon Slave. Wants to keep that harass up. We'll hit one more time. Bit of Corrosive Haze going back the other way. Or, sorry, Corrosive Skin. There you go. Here.
And look at that
Laurel in the past.
He wanted to go over to pick up that rune, but a little bit scary to leave the wave and trying to look for a bash, not able to quite get one.
The crowd is hungry for blood.
I know, they're ready. They're so ready for this. There's the bash that he was waiting for. Time.
I mean, hey, your Spectre hasn't died.
2 in a row?
Oh, okay.
Oh, be careful now.
Okay, your Spectre hasn't died, and it's 3 minutes in. I feel like that's a win for a lot of support players.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the pull off there as well. F&G helping to protect Kiritich.
Had a stick ready. Never in doubt. So far, so good. As Laurel's going to make the move actually for that bounty rune and moving into position. Sage going to try and take it away and gets there just in time. That hurts. The Viper wanted that refill.
You need that bad too, because like the Lina versus the Viper, this is the whole idea, right? You're trying to like whittle down the Viper, try and make them really dependable on resources. So support's coming through, getting rid of bounties, maybe getting rid of these river runes as well. super helpful. And also, Seyush wants to be stacking camps because he got this bristleback, right? And as you notice, we got some blocks happening here, right? They already blocked off one of the camps there. They have unblocked the ancient camp now, so it will finally spawn. But that's really going to slow down this bristleback's progression here.
Something to watch for. In the 4-minute mark, no kills as of yet, just trying to dodge away. Notice is going to pull this creep wave all the way bottom. Dance, an opportunity, FNG gonna go down. They take him, and now Mira might end up going down a second time. Miritich moves forward and secures that finish. Oddly enough, it was creeps that got both of the kills, but still, it's what you want to see.
Good play there from FNG at the end to at least put on the Inkswell to get the return kill, but clearly they win there for Team Spirit, getting the first blood. And one thing that you're going to notice this game too is that Ancient Apparition and Hoodwink do share a similar capacity to amplify magic damage, which is really cool because you get the boomerang on the Hoodwink later, and they have 3 cores that add a ton of magic damage, which is a pretty cool use of their draft here.
Aposhka coming over to contest this. It's right in his face. Seyush starting to drop down lower. Says, fine, you want to battle, I'll battle you. They are getting very low and will need to run away. So Contest going in, wanting to shut down that farm that you're talking about from the Bristle.
I mean, it's huge. That camp is still blocked out right now. And it's not going to despawn in time either. So it'll be the 6th-minute spawn also going to be blocked. And that's huge for this Bristle. That's the whole point of offlane Bristle is like you want this backup here of these Ancients. Now that being said, he's also doing extremely well on the laning stage right now.
Oh yeah. 35 and 6 so far for that Bristleback. But it does also mean that it's been Faceless Void still having a decent time here. Collapse will charge through, gets another bash onto Kiritich right as he comes into the lane. He'll have a few denies in his face though, a little frustrating as we're getting closer to the next spawn. Of course, runes incredibly important in this game. You've got a couple of heroes that would love to be able to pick them up, and Lina makes the move over. Maposhka is there, Light Strike Array, they get a haste too. Not bad, this should be Maposhka going down. Squadix makes the move, although, wait, a turn, a chance, Maposhka, you god! He was almost able to survive through that one. The sidestep behind the trees, it said it is going to be safe, starting to drop down low, still a haste turn on Squadix, and that's going to get level 6. Comes in with the Laguna Blade, takes down another.
And of course, if you haven't checked Dota in a while, Laguna Blade, very interesting now, does give you some stacks of Fiery Soul. So you might be wondering why sometimes these Linas are just going to fire it out. That's going to be why.
Right. Absolutely. Just get whatever kills you can with it at that point in time. Now mid lane, they're going to go again, it looks like, trying to find an opening on Maposhka, forcing him back. And one more hit. Oh, 19 HP, just barely able to get out of that one.
That farm going here, and it is interesting too with this Faceless Void pick because they sort of have an interesting relationship, the Bristleback and the Faceless Void, because like you constantly have these quill stacks in the laning stage, which is something that you can't really manage that well with Time Walk. Generally, you want to deal with like burst damage because you Time Walk it off and you're fine, whereas it's like a lot of damage at a time. But meanwhile, down bottom, an attempt to stop this aggression. Oh, it lasts so long now.
I know, that Inkswell makes the difference. Here it turns, a little Siege shot there, tries to get onto him.
But the counterplay, of course, is that, you know, that's Bristleback's advantage over Faceless Void, but he's deal with time dilation throughout this game. And Bristleback really doesn't buy a lot of Dispel these days. That's not something that you really want to opt for. So that's going to be really frustrating for Notice if he has to constantly deal with this time dilation with his quills.
Right, might need to get a little bit of help from some of his allies there. And of course, you have the other nice little pickup, which is going to be the Grimstroke Inkswell later on with that Dispel. But it's something to watch for, no doubt about it. Now they make the move through, gonna get the silence on Yadaro. Dispel very strong, Inkswell layering together. But Yadaro still making a good distance away, drops the Chrono to get out, but now Kiritich shows up too. They're committing heavy for this kill. They want to take him down, and they're gonna get him.
It's under attack.
Spectre. Level 1, 60-second cooldown, has the urn complete and now stocked up. And looking towards that very common progression right now of Blade Mail into Radiance. That's currently the plan.
Okay.
Steve sticks to it.
I mean, you know, you come into this, you think Team Spirit's going to be the favorites, haven't dropped a game yet. Now you look at the net worths, they're looking pretty good across the board. It's been a solid showing so far for Virtus Pro.
Squadix is terrified mid. He's been sitting in this tree line for a solid 20 seconds.
You know,
I know. I'm not coming out there.
He is totally aware that this wraparound was happening and it won't catch him. So dodging the movement, there was a ward that's placed down just out of vision. Not sure if that one was scouted out by Virtus Pro or not. but at least for now, they're going to keep him fine and dandy, and Squadix stays in the mid lane.
Yeah, the tower stays up. Seush is nearby, ready to help, but also gets off another double stack here. So despite a lot of blocking out early of these camps, there's a sizable bank here for this Bristleback to come back to, and that's going to help progress you into that Aghanim on the earlier part of this game, which is, of course, one of the main reasons why you're seeing this hero so often now.
So close right now to a couple of really key levels that could set up for a kill down bottom. You're, about a quarter of the way towards it for the Hoodwink, with Collapse already having 6. But instead, making another move. This Spectre getting involved early. We're seeing Laurel back. And with the charge coming through, it's going to be Virtus.pro backing out. So they force the rotation and then back away.
A little poking shadow step there. Something you can kind of afford to do now with the lower cooldown. So far, we haven't seen one of the main fears that you would think with Alina this game, which would be a Fear Breaker.
Right.
Because Lina, not really a Yule's buyer necessarily anymore. That isn't something that we see all the time. That used to be like one of the options, of course. Might have to be a consideration for Squadix this game, but probably hoping to avoid that right now. Collapse just been a bit too busy in the lane, trying to get towards that Midas.
Another rune there taken away too. So even if you did find an opportunity to maybe get aggressive with Collapse, they haven't been able to get the runes to pair with them. So a little unfortunate for Team Spirit, as the Arcane was denied by Maposhka, so they at very least didn't give that one away to Lina.
It does look like top tower is going to be the first one to fall here.
Wait a minute, Yadaro does not have a Midas queued up. What's happening? Trent.
He must be confused.
What's going on, buddy? We'll see if it ends up changing the build eventually, but it looks like they want to get aggressive as Spectre makes another move.
Oh, that's so sick. How annoying is that? Get Inkswell down bottom, Shadow Step up top. That's for the kill under the tower as it's so low with the catapult coming through. I mean, this is just guaranteed gone. But yeah, Yadaro's gone for the treads into the Mask of Madness, so does have a little bit more damage early. Higher elements of aggression, perhaps to try and pair up with this Spirit Breaker, Viper. Maybe even thinking about some of the timings that Virtus.pro are trying to hit, and you want to be ready to fight in those situations.
Oh yeah. Well, and again, for the fighting with Virtus.pro, it feels like because Spectre's gone this Urn build, he can get really up in people's face quickly, and is building into that Blade Mill has it done. So ways for both Noticed and the Spectre to kind of take stacks now. Virtus.pro are really starting to cook.
Cooking indeed here. You can see 3 points into the Nasal Goo. The single point Bristleback has become pretty common on Perspec lately. Sometimes you go for 2, but if there's multiple instances of break, I mean, obviously you want to put as few points as possible because you're just going to get more damage the more points you have in Goo. Kind of the dream right now.
And the stats too. We've been seeing a lot of people just steal them up consistently, but now finally Notice. Good LSA though to turn it! And the life drain to heal him back up. Can't get anything out there. Viper's in trouble. Mapochka trying to run away. Team Spirit went up the wrong hill.
Oh. Just a great example of the importance of positioning there too. When all you have is an Aether Lens, you know? That's just all preemptive, great knowledge there from Virtus.pro. Because that's not like a blink save or something, right? It's just Squadix understanding what kind of moves are going to be coming out here from Team Spirit. And to defend your Bristleback while getting that giant bank of gold, everything is going right for Virtus.pro right now.
Collapse feels like he's not even comfortable going on to FNG because of the threat of the Spectre showing up. I mean, why not? Give him the tip. He knows the danger could be coming the other direction. Man, I like this too from Virtus.pro because it feels like they've set themselves up to be in a position where just play defensive, get into our items, and then we'll hit our timing. And it almost feels like Team Spirit are the ones that kind of need to be playing on the aggressive foot.
I think we might see that soon, right? We got level 6 on the Ancient Apparition, level 6 on the Hoodwink. Could see some smokes down bottom perhaps, trying to chase this Spectre. The worst thing that can happen is if you try and make a move towards Spectre, and then she immediately like haunts somewhere else for a kill.
Right.
Radiant are scanning.
Gotta be wary of that for sure.
Currently, Kurtage pretty static down bottom at the moment.
And from the Radiant is gonna connect. I've seen, like we saw in that little graphic a few minutes ago, a lot of stacks being built that are now gonna start to get claimed. But yeah, 13.5 minutes. Virtus.pro still sitting pretty, just farming, but they are going to smoke now.
Yeah, and he's going to leave that bottom lane too because he actually got a little peek at Mira as he was swapping between the trees. So Kurtage has moved up top. Perhaps they're going to try and see if that'll be a little bit of a bait here.
Yeah. I mean, Yadaro is up here. He's back
Dire
over
are
near the
scanning.
little hot tub area.
This has been his heat
Radiant's
map. It's just
bottom
been this
tower is under
jungle.
I mean, but everybody knows that this is where you end up going. Spox is just going to instead head on over to farm, not feeling like they want to make the dive behind the tier 2 and instead just going to play for the farm.
And over the mighty mines here. And then immediately
Dire's
back to
top tower is under attack.
2 to 7. Again, a bit of a slow one with Virtus Pro picking up the majority of those kills. Every move that Team Spirit's made over the last few minutes has been rebuffed. And it feels like they're, at least for now, somewhat content to keep farming. Try and get into their items.
Charge down bottom.
Looking
Trying to
for
pick up
it.
SMG.
Makes the move, but this is the problem. You go immediately. Collapse needs to keep his distance from Mira now, goes for the TP out. That's going to keep him safe. But this is why you can't make those dives. Even
Radiant's
against this
bottom
support, like the
tower
fact
is under
FMG can
attack.
sit here is huge for them. Although now, no haunt. Okay, Mira comes in to clean up.
I'm all out of pity for the likes of you.
Alright, trying to get something going here. Aquatics, already up to the boots
Mid
of
lane.
travel and
Jumps, chrono, down.
Radiant's bottom tower
I mean,
is
they're
under
chronoing for the
attack.
Pugna.
Yeah, but they got him.
That's right.
Radiant structures
Fair
are
enough.
fortified.
Okay, not great. That's true.
Dire's
Bit of a
top
long
tower
cooldown.
is under
To be fair, he's
attack.
also just been hitting neutral creeps this whole
Radiant's
time,
bottom
so
tower is under attack.
something here for Yadaro. And Squadix is currently looking in towards that Yules as well, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Super solid versus Spirit Breaker, and just a quality item.
And eventually, you know, he'll be able to build Wind Waker too, right?
That's right. We got progression on that item now.
I do love that item. That one's pretty cool.
We saw quite a few, I'd say, in the Road to TI so far.
Or Maposhka. Oh, they try and turn. Actually gets the Ice Vortex off. Will it be enough damage though? Lina in trouble. Charge through onto 3. Collapse has got to get out of there. The LSA is going to connect. Stun for a while. Collapse turns. Wants to get a bash. Not going to find it. And in the end, it is going to be another kill going the way of Virtus Pro. Spirit just can't find a move. They got a chrono for kills.
And you got notice here mid, also pushing this in a little bit. Not going to commit though, but looks of I see shield rune up top there, so to grab that first.
Radiant's
Yeah, immediately
middle tower
pings. I have a
is
shield
under
rune. We are
attack.
taking this tower.
Yeah. Gotta make the move, but already in
Dire's
to
middle
deny it.
tower has been denied.
So, give a little tip there onto Laurel. Is having to play Viper. You know, we cheer for the Viper, and then you actually have to play it, and it feels different for the players, probably.
Well, it's interesting too because, you know, 1 point Bristleback, the break isn't
Dire's
necessarily
bottom tower is
even,
under attack.
I almost think it's more valuable for the Spectre
Oh, definitely.
than it is for the Bristle.
Yeah.
They're losing map.
They're losing
They've
a lot.
lost the mid tier 1, they've lost the top tier 1. Yadaro's been hitting
Dire's
neutrals in the
bottom
Mighty
tower
Mines
is
for a
under
solid
attack.
12 minutes at this point.
Although
Now they're hitting bottom.
I should say that this is like quintessential Spirit in a way, right? When we think of all those games that we used to watch of theirs, it would be a big turnaround kill that made everything work for them. And could this be it? Maposhka gets away as they take down the Lina. A very nice combination to get their kill.
I didn't see how that got set up, but that was really cool because he was just charging the wave. I don't know if they knew that he was nearby, but he essentially charged the wave and used that for the mobility to get in there for the Nether Strike.
Maposhka's still sitting so low up there on the top side. This collapse is going to get ran at by Notice. TP's away.
I feel like there's games where you can tell the teams immediately after draft are like, okay, they're low on
Radiant's
stuff.
top
Yeah,
tower
right?
is under
Because
attack.
it is true. You've
bottom
seen these like
tower
really
is
quick
under
TPs a
attack.
couple times here because they're recognizing there's not a lot of stoppers here. Mira though,
Plan B
he
is
does get stopped in his tracks there.
That is a quick kill. Aghanim Scepter
Collapse as well.
Very strong, and yeah, looking for more. Collapse tries to run out, gets stunned and brought down. 11 to 5. They are all over them.
This is the kind of swarming that you're hoping for with this lineup right now. Mid lane though, you have Yadaro here. He's got Maelstrom, he's got Mask of Madness, and Ultimate Orb, and he needs to get involved. He's seeing what's happening to his team. Felt like they wanted to try and set up for something, but again, Squadix just not getting caught trying to push out waves.
He's been doing a really good job of staying active when he needs to. That kill up top there was the first death for the entire game.
Меня победить.
We'll see if he can keep up that type of momentum. Ooh, that one hurts. That was almost the completed Octarine core done for the Spear Breaker.
Yeah, not quite
Dire's
finished, so it
middle
won't be the
tower
worst
is under attack.
here right now.
Radiant's
But
top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
It's definitely, if I remember back to some of those quintessential Spirit games, they lose a lot up until about that 20-minute mark. And then they make a crazy comeback happen. Can it happen again? Ace Blast is out, but the Decrypt, they don't feel comfortable going for more. Have to back away. They force out a lot of movement. But now Yadoro, he's in further trouble. Starts to drop. It's the time walk to get away, but I mean, it's only going to be a moment. Oh, they did manage to kill Lina at the same time. They found him on the back line.
Okay, nicely done. Good
Radiant's
cleanup there
middle
from Collapse.
tower is under attack.
But it is a 19-minute Spectre Radiance with Urn and Blade Mail.
And that is going to be the finished Octarine core now for Collapse once his courier respawns in 1 minute. So that is a huge upgrade for the Spirit Breaker, of course. Kind of quintessential item of this hero right now, feels like. And then possibly eyeing up and towards that Shadow Blade after, by the looks of it.
Dire's
See if
top
they can
tower
try
is
and
under
break
attack.
open this map a little bit.
Radiant's bottom
But
tower is under
I mean, part of
attack.
the problem is that Yador only has one option right now. He has to hunt for a kill. That's what they went and they did. They feel like, can they really attack and set up on a tower with these heroes? Not really. You know?
No, there really
Dire's
isn't
top
much
tower
push
is
on
under
either
attack.
team. I mean, Lina to some
Radiant's
extent, but
bottom
we've
tower
seen what
is
can
under
happen.
attack.
Like, if they commit hard onto Lina, she's going to die. Has to play it a little bit more conservatively back away from the buildings. As 20-minute mark comes around, still only a 3,000 gold lead. For doubling their
Radiant's
kills,
bottom tower has
Virtus
fallen.
Pro haven't been able to create that separation you want to see yet.
Certainly
Dire
true.
are scanning.
Oh, there's the Midas.
Dire are
Yeah,
scanning.
now we're sorted. Okay.
As they hold down this bottom lane and Virtus Pro take the top side of the map. The other thing that you might start thinking about would be a Roche play. Obviously can take it to some extent with the Bristleback, having that minus armor, but not a great Roche taking lineup until that Spectre gets into Manta, really.
Not a whole lot of vision out on the
Radiant
map
are
either
scanning.
for Virtus Pro. Might be something they're trying to fix right now. Not sure if they have some boards coming out. There's tons of vision trying to get the Spirit, but it's really important with Spirit Breaker, of course.
Look at this. As soon as he shows up on the wave, and Collapse is just sitting there, taunting as they go on him, realizing you can't actually go for that kill. And then they back away. Yeah, they barely tickled him. I mean, do you think that maybe if you're Team Spirit, you think about getting active when you know that Haunt is down, or is it just too low of cooldown?
Gold for me.
I think you might want to wait
Radiant's
until they
middle
feel
tower
pressured
is
to like
under
go for
attack.
towers or set up for Roche. Like I wouldn't want to waste Chrono right now. Is how I would think about it for Team Spirit, right? Like if you could find a fight maybe near Roche,
Radiant's
that could be
middle
worth it.
tower has fallen.
I think they're definitely capable of taking it if they get a significant kill. But then you have to worry about things like, you know, is it going to be valuable enough for a buyback Shadow Step?
Right.
You know, could that create some serious issues for us? Collapse has also purchased up the planar pocket.
Oh, wow.
Like a straight up purchase early on, which I think, I don't know, maybe I'm
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's very interesting.
Yeah,
But the magic resistance is just so ridiculous this game
right.
that that's certainly the best reasoning for it. And of course, if you do catch the right spell,
Yeah.
it is insanely valuable. But like when you're trying to get Shadow Blade and stuff, that seems like a really heavy investment.
It is.
He has no hope of getting from the Tormentor though. That's for sure. He is top of the board right now for Team Spirit. So.
Right. Yeah, if you want it, you got to get it. I mean, I guess it is, like you said, just a crazy amount of magic resistance help out. As down bottom, they managed to find Maposhka, who Glimmer Cave's trying to escape. Actually, almost survived that one, but the jump forward, Chrono now on to two, but the LSA! Oh, he's in Chrono! Is it still going to be enough to get him out, though? The Decrep is there, along with the Yule Scepter, charged through on his age. They find him the second go. Moving forward on the Squadix, they get him with the Bushwhack. They need a little bit more damage, but they're not finding him. The LSA to save his own life in a Chrono. Even time can't stop this guy.
And he finally got Seiyushin at the same time, which is so unlikely to happen. This is an Aether Lens Pugna with Glimmer. Like, what are the chances you catch him inside the Chrono with Alina? You finally do it, and he gets off a godly LSA to save himself. And into the Roche pit they go. 5k lead, potential Aegis being set up for them right now. This is everything Virtus Pro wanted with their draft.
I don't know if Virtus Pro hurt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Notice, Roche is angry. He's coming for him. It's Spirit Breaker too. He's charging through. I think he's going to finish this one off. It's very close, enough. Damn it. They take him down. Collapse says, no, this isn't your Roche. I'm coming in for more. Tries to find more damage. Can he get away? He's slowed. He's silenced. LSA to finish.
Ooh. The supports were smoked, trying to get here as fast as possible.
Hey, yo, that's that bristleback kill though, right?
I mean, got him.
Now they move it in, but Roche, it's already going to fall. I mean, Spirit are right up on that hill, but they're just a couple of seconds too late. Do they still want to take this fight,
They're feeling desperate.
Mira
they
looking,
want a little
bushwhack, it's online. Can they get it? But the silence is already there. Grimstroke on point. And with the Soulbind out, leashed up, FNG is going to die, but they wanted more.
Oh, get a bigger kill there.
Grimstroke is very good, man. This hero is crazy.
Yeah, Silence has been really on point so far, as well as those Inkswells too. But yeah, 4 points in Phantom's Embrace, 4 points Inkswell. Really good here, and I mean, negative win rate. Bad.
Apparently.
Yeah. That's how it works, I think.
Well, to be fair though, it is on Radiant, so you know that was a positive win,
fair.
right?
Yeah.
4 minutes left on this Aegis, and we'll see what they decide to do with it. Virtus Pro smoke up as 3. They've got Spectre on the other side of the map ready to join them. Now Spirit, they're also very grouped together with the exception of Collapse. Depending on how this fight goes, could turn their fortune slightly. 10 seconds until Chrono. And they can't go for that deep dive right now. Team Spirit are just going to back out, go and play a little bit more defensively around their Ancients and Tormentor.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I think to feel comfortable and like, I mean, you can never feel comfortable against Team Spirit, but I really want to see Virtus Pro pulling the lead out further over the next couple of minutes here.
We'll see if they can fight back here.
Collapse, charges in, finds one. Notice he's in front. A lot of damage out onto Lina, but now the turn onto Laurel can't stand a chance. There's way too much damage coming out with BKB onto Noticed. Can't do anything.
They're just going to retreat back. Collapse just charging across the map right now.
Yeah.
And so some pretty cool ideas here. They have this ward in the mid lane that's giving him some like preemptive vision on the waves, which is something that's going to be super important for the Spirit Breaker to keep the game going. So the deeper wards that you can get as the supports on Team Spirit, that'll allow Collapse to try and catch these waves just randomly across the map and just have a charge right through them. And well, there it is, folks. The 26-minute Midas for the Viper. I hope your seats are comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Team Spirit are going to try and do what they can to take this game as late as possible.
I mean, we'll see if it actually works out, but notice he's getting charged again. Collapse, he sees that ice path. He's hungry, although the ice blast is about to wear out, so gonna have to cancel that charge.
Dire's bottom tower
Heritage is gonna get connected by the bushwhack. Collapse runs right by Squadix. He's just going to head out across map. But yeah, I mean, you can see Laurel, like, obviously late Midas getting picked up for the Viper. He has not had a great game. Been feeling pretty bad so far for the old Viper.
It's a risky pick.
I
feel like every time you see a Viper, everyone kind of thinks it. It's like, oh, I want to go pick Viper this game. They never really do, but grabbing it here
has been killed.
Not working out so far. Yeah, got that courier. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you got to do. That was actually the completed Aghanims right now, so no Flame Cloak for Squadix. Oh, Collapse. Oh, he got caught.
Find him. Although, charge through, tries to escape Yule's long range. Gets caught and will be punished. That's what you get for ulti my courier.
And Noticed right now.
Oh, yeah.
Insane move. Buys a Blink Dagger. Because how do you start these fights right now as Virtus Pro, right? They don't actually have these like normal initiation styles, right?
No.
So he's just going to get in there. Batman's going to start a fight.
Oh my goodness. And now Maposhka tries to escape. There is no escape. The old Pigman takes him down.
It's such a good read on the game from Notice. He's like, I can't die.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to blink. Whatever like objective we want to take, I'm just going to blink on it. And then that's going to give vision for my Spectre. It's going to give lots of space for my Lina. I might get Inkswelled and saved with the hard Dispel. Right? I got Pugna backing me up here as well. We got 2 Yules. We got Glimmers. We got Decraps. I'm just going in.
I mean, and speaking of, you know, going in builds. Oh, Yadro. Yeah, I mean, he gets the Wisdom Rune, but he's going to pay for that. No, Time Walk. Gets away, time dilation. Chrono now on to 1, wants to find that kill.
Okay.
Says, yeah, I'll take that one and get out. Why not?
All right, he's gaming. Crowd likes that. Team Spirit fans in the building.
I mean, that's what you need to do to get back in this game.
Oh, he's getting the Lotuses. Oh, there's so many. One,
Meanwhile,
two,
Laurel.
three. Can't even get them all.
Laurel! Oh, going to drop. Notice is too strong. My God.
Yadro has found a bounty of Lotuses up top. He actually couldn't even keep farming them all. There were too many.
Yeah.
Just leave them be.
They need whatever they can get at this point in the game, not gonna lie.
You know, he actually did get the Vindicator's Axe too, by the way. Which,
Okay.
Kind of the luckiest thing with the build that he went, of course. That is the dream.
Dude.
That is terrifying.
Dude, blink Ags Bristleback in every game, please. I want it. That is awesome looking. I mean, if he gets overwhelming, but I mean, he's going Lotus next. He doesn't need anything else besides this. You just need to stay alive.
Yeah, finally finding a way into a lighter dispel other than like the hardcore BKB. So I won't have to BKB for like time dilations every single time or something.
Right now, nobody
Dire's middle
home
tower
on the
is
side
under
of Team
attack.
Spirit with no Aegis for a while, though still feeling I mean, we've seen a lot of high ground pushes go badly. Virtus Pro, is this going to be a little bit too bold of a move, or are they comfortable just continuing to make this? They'll force out the glyph. Do they stick around for more? They seem to have the heroes for it, but I can't help but feel uncomfortable. We've seen so many high ground pushes go bad, but a Eul Scepter lift up. Have they found the secret, the way to break it onto Collapse? He's stunned, but there's the bushwhack. Ice Blast afterwards connects. Notice starting to fall lower and lower, but not going to go down. And with Spectre in the backlines destroying Mapochka, he's finding more. Kiritich tries to TP out. Does he have a way to escape? The life drain heals him back up, and now Laurel also in trouble. Virtus Pro say we don't want to go late game. And Yadro not there to help out. VP trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he's got no chrono, not a whole lot he can do in the situation. Trying to delay as much as they can, but they need him. If they want to hit these Ice Blasts, if they want to do some crazy combos.
Not gonna happen. They're onto him again.
Yeah, they're the ones getting comboed right now. That Agnum's, after getting killed on the courier, finally delivered the Squad X, so things only getting harder now for Team
Dire's
Spirit.
structures are fortified.
Goodness.
They have to find some crazy Vortex, Boomerang, insane magic amplification damage here for Yadro to try and get a kill, and then he's going to be chronoless.
Dire's middle
Well, he
barracks
jumps in and then the blink away from the Bristleback immediately. I mean,
Invisibility.
you talked
Oh,
about
Shadow Step. Looking. No Spectre players, no dust. All right, everyone relating right now.
Oh, gotta run away, run away. Those illusions are gonna kill you, Mira. Oh, run, keep running, scurry away from there, little hoodwink. Dude, just going down, oh my God. That was, that jump in at the last second there was almost enough to take down the hoodwink.
It's a little bit of panic.
Dire are scanning.
I really like this blink dagger on Bristleback.
It was so good. Great pickup.
Won't open the game. Take another look at this fight and what could have been something from Collapse, but just gets absolutely demolished there inside the base.
It's tough because what can you really achieve with this defense, I guess, right? I think they were maybe just hoping they could dissuade them a little bit because they know they can't win a full fight without the Chronosphere. Roche may respawn in 5 seconds here, so that's definitely what Virtus Pro are playing for. They just want to get the Aegis, go back towards the high ground. Pretty simple for them at this point. And it's going to be a 2-minuter. So some time for Team Spirit. Can they get anything that can... Tough one.
Radiant
I mean, yeah,
are
it
scanning.
feels like it needs to be better fights, but Virtus Pro are playing such disciplined Dota that they're not giving them those opportunities. Now, a smoke up, finding one separated might be the answer. Yadro right in front of Kiritich, but right next to him too. Jump in, bushwhack there. They find Notice already dead. Mapochka, no Ice Blast got out, and now they're in trouble. They gotta run away. Kiritich onto him. Chasing, looking for more Unleash. Now trying to escape Collapse. Gets the charge through. Connects onto him. Another bushwhack. Jump back from Yadro. Laro, he can't get away as quickly. They're gonna run down this Viper. Doesn't have anywhere else to hide. Notice the charge is going out onto him. Collapse needs to get away, but he is denied. The flame coat bonus. The blink forward from the Lina. They're just finding kill after kill after kill. Virtus Pro will not be denied. This game number 1, they want to take the lead as they head straight on in. These tier 4 towers, as a matter of fact, say, yeah, we don't need another Rax.
Man, we don't get to see a lot of Lina these days, but what a game from Squad X. Just perfectly positioned this entire game. 9-2-9.
Oh.
And then utilizing the flame cloak as well to just fly right over the wall, hiding in the trees. lurking behind all of his allies. A Spectre and Bristle up front, making it so simple. And the backup saves of FNG.
They've had enough.
I mean, what a game.
They can't do anything. Absolutely perfect performance from Virtus Pro. This young squad of players led by one old head in FNG. A very similar formula to how Team Spirit won TI just 2 years ago. We'll see if they can make it happen again, but already Virtus Pro off to a great start. So they're going to claim that victory, and that crowd